Let's open the book on this. Today in Honolulu, heavy rain is back in the picture, bringing fresh flood warnings and real challenges for folks across the islands. Hi, I'm Leah.
And I'm Garrett. Welcome to Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Honolulu.
First up, a statewide flood watch is in effect after relentless downpours, and it's the third major storm system this month. Quick refresher, a flood watch means conditions are favorable for flooding, while a warning means flooding is happening or about to happen. Today we've seen a flood advisory on Lanai and a flash flood warning on Molokai, with special concern around Kawela Gulch, a steep valley drainage where water can rise incredibly fast. Emergency shelters on Oahu have opened and city facilities are working back toward normal hours, but travel is still tricky in spots. If a road is flooded, turn around. Water can be deceptively deep and fast-moving.
Yeah, that checks out. And it's honestly wild how quickly this stacks up. The ground's already saturated from earlier storms, like a sponge that's full, and streams are running high, so a new burst of rain has nowhere to go, and you get those rapid rises. I'm kind of surprised every time I see locals and visitors still trying to push through standing water. Why roll the dice when conditions shift by the minute like this? Next up. Over on Molokai, recovery from the recent floods is tough. Molokai is a smaller, more isolated island, so supplies and services can run thin in a crisis. People like Kalani Johnston Jr., a local resident who's been doing the heavy lifting for his neighborhood, are sandbagging homes and sharing tools, fuel, and food. Community hubs set up by the Kalamala Homesteaders Association, that's a local group supporting Native Hawaiian homesteaders, have been handing out meals and essentials, and partnerships with the Maui Emergency Management Agency are helping to coordinate incoming help and speed up requests. Still, isolation and higher costs are slowing everything down.
Let's get to the heart of it. The resilience there is powerful. Real talk, the surprising part is how much people leaned on community networks rather than waiting on outside aid. Why is it so community first on Molokai right now?
Short answer, speed and trust. When the harbor, air cargo, or roads are disrupted, outside help can lag. Neighbors are already there, know the terrain, and can move in minutes. Plus, Molokai's tight-knit. That's pretty cool, right? It's a strong local playbook when the clock is ticking.
Next up, health alerts tied to floodwaters. Tests from the Hawaii Department of Health found bacteria like E. coli, which can cause stomach and intestinal illness, and leptospira, the bacteria that causes leptospirosis, a serious infection that can lead to fever, muscle pain, and in bad cases, organ problems. Brown water advisories, meaning muddy or contaminated runoff has reached streams in the ocean, were common after these storms. Pop-up clinics are offering wound care and vaccinations, especially tetanus shots to reduce infection risk. If you've had cuts or scrapes in floodwater, wash well with soap and clean water, and keep an eye out for fever or unusual pain. Murky nearshore water is also a red flag. If it looks off, skip the swim or surf session today and live to paddle tomorrow.
I'm all about that perspective. Here's the kicker. Despite how often we get these storms, routine standardized testing of floodwaters isn't always done across the board, so we lack baseline data, your normal reference point. Without that, it's harder to tell how bad a given sample is compared to typical conditions. Why isn't routine testing the norm yet?
Partly cost and logistics. Testing takes staff, lab time, and coordination across multiple islands and agencies. And stormwater moves fast, so sampling windows are short. Still, even spot checks like this give doctors and families a heads up to take precautions. That's a thread worth pulling on going forward.
Next up, Hawaii's doctor shortage has another pressure point, a residency bottleneck. A residency is hands-on training after medical school, usually 3 to 7 years, where new doctors learn under supervision. We've got more Hawaii-born grads than local residency slots in certain specialties, so folks like Brennan Lee and Christine Galling end up training on the mainland. The University of Hawaii's John A. Burns School of Medicine, often called JABSOM, is trying to expand, but limited faculty and resources slow that growth. Programs like the Health Education Loan Repayment, which repays part of a doctor's student loans if they serve here. Help, but high living costs and smaller incentive packages make it tough to compete with other states.
This one really resonates with me. Rural communities feel it first when clinics can't recruit. Why can't we just add more residency positions quickly if the need is so obvious?
Funding, faculty, and accreditation. Each residency slot needs salary funding, supervising physicians, hospital space, and national accreditation sign-off. You can't shortcut that. It's like building a training workshop. You need mentors, benches, and tools before you invite more apprentices. Until that scales, graduates chase the training they need elsewhere, and a lot don't come back.
Last up, a bright spot. Oahu's Halau Hia Kainamakalehua, led by Kumuhula Robert Keano Kaupu IV, took the overall title at the 2026 Merry Monarch Festival in Hilo. A halau is a hula school and a kumuhula is the master teacher. They swept the cane divisions and won both kahiko and awana. Kahiko is the ancient style with traditional chants and percussion, while awana is the modern style with melodic instruments. Kaupu's wahine dancers also took first in wahine hula kahiko. The theme was hulihia, which means upheaval, like a turning over, fitting for a year of big changes. This was Kaupu's first time as sole kumu after parting ways with former ko-kumu Lono Padilla, a notable shift in leadership. Halau Kekwakalau Alailiahi finished second overall, and Faith Kealahapole Paredes from that halau won Miss Aloha Hula. Hia Kainamakalehua takes home the Localia Montgomery Perpetual Trophy for the year. That's a huge honor in the hula world.
That hits different. I love how Merry Monarch, while rooted in tradition, weaves in personal and present-day stories. Hulihia as a theme lands in a year of storms and changes. That's something to chew on, huh?
That's it for today from Laid Back Local, the news of the day with Leah and Garrett in Honolulu. Have a great day and join us again tomorrow.